Back to Get With The Programming. I'm Chase Ingram.
I'm Captain America.
Along with me is Bill Grundler. Wolverine. We're going to take a look at the age group in-person, in-affiliate, online semifinal events.
Things and stuff.
Things
and stuff.
They dropped yesterday, and it looks like right here they are due on Sunday.
Sunday at 5
p.m. Pacific. Or Bill just calls 5 because he's a Pacific time snob.
I'm a Pacific snob. It's cool. Hey, I'm not ashamed. It's got me in trouble a couple times, but I'm not ashamed.
Yeah, you own it.
You want to know what's crazy that I totally forgot this part of it, that so they dropped the workouts yesterday.
Yep.
They don't make it easy for people that didn't get the email to see. So it's like if I pull them up like right now, like I was trying to do them this morning also, because I'm actually going to program the workouts for the gym.
Oh, I see.
And all I could find was like the first one. And I'm like, what the? Could you guys just leave them up? But then I remember it's like they do the whole thing where it's like, okay, they announce them, but they give you a password that you're supposed to say on your video. So technically you can't do the workouts now until Thursday. So you have to start on Thursday using the password, which is kind of cool.
That's true. I like that.
You know, that keeps everyone in the same time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that all the masters right now have been scrambling since Monday.
Well, the good news is like nobody can do them early. So, I mean, you can do them early. They just don't count.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Like everyone's like, everyone will like go out and play with them now. Which is one of the things that like I have my masters athletes. I'm like, look, no, do not do the workouts. You do what I have programmed for you on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, you can play with pieces.
Okay.
If you want. But like,
give them anything specific, or you're just like, hey, tinker, but don't do anything full out.
I just said tinker. I said more. What I want is I want you like, and I'll come up with some rep scheme strategies for them.
Okay.
Based on who they are and what what kind of athlete they are, or whatever, what their strengths and weaknesses are. But I said I all I want is for you can play with the pieces. Mm-hmm. I don't want anything all out. I don't want you to run through any of the events full.
Okay.
All I want you to do is feel comfortable with a rep set that you're going to do to make them work.
Okay.
So that's what I said.
I like that. Well, we're going to go through them today. We'll go through all 5. Let's see.
It's 5 workouts in 4 days.
Wow, that was going to be my first question. Are you surprised about the number of events they have in the days they have to do them?
Not surprised. I actually like it, and I pleasantly
surprised.
Yeah, I'll say that because it gives it more of a real competition feeling.
Right, as opposed to say 3.
Yeah, I mean,
like, I'm just going to redo these things 2 or 3 times until I find something I like. It's like, nope, like you're going to have to pick and choose which one you think you...
Totally.
I think that'd be a good question too, is that we'll answer this by the end, is that which one would you think is worthy of a redo? Or which one do you look at, and we'll do this one as we get to them, where you're like, oh, we're totally doing this one twice. Because what you're going to find out on the first run, and I know you're not a big repeater guy.
No, I'm not. I mean, if it was... So I'm happy with it. I'm happy they did it like this. I think we should talk about orders, because an order is going to be very specific to the athlete, 100%.
Yeah.
But this is one of the things that I still like. It irritates me because it doesn't make the same playing field for everyone. It should be that they give you the workout in the morning, or they give you the password in the morning, and you got to do it that day. Like, so they put you in a particular order. You have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 1, 5, 3, 4, then 2, or I'm going to save the one that will do damage to me to the end, or whatever their issue is. It's supposed to be everyone's on the same playing field, and it's not if you get to pick your order.
Yeah.
That being said, I like the fact that they still force you to do 2 workouts in one day. They force that.
At minimum.
And I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
I do like the number of events they have.
Yeah, totally.
That is nice. I do like, here's enough lead time for you to plan, to tinker, to prep.
I mean, and also, honestly, I think that the tinkering is more for the affiliates. I think that's why they did it on Monday, so that we, the affiliate owners and the judges that took all the courses and whatever, could figure out how we need to map it out.
Yeah.
And study the camera angles ahead of time before we get at it.
Well, yeah, it's a big deal now. This is like the old age group online qualifier.
Mhm.
Those are usually 4 workouts. I think back in the day.
Yeah, 4, but they did 4 and a 3-day, huh?
Yeah, 4 and a 3-day.
Yeah, same
And
kind of deal.
they sent people to the games.
I mean, it's good, and just looking from open to this, there is a drastic jump in skills.
Which, thank goodness for that.
I mean, they need it if they're gonna get to the games, but I mean, they could have feathered some of that stuff in the open. I mean,
And I think that'll be part of the conversation today. If you guys are joining us, we're going to go through every event of the age group in affiliate semifinals. And
they really need to be able to shorten up that name.
Yeah. Online semifinals.
Whatever.
Age groupers. I think it's good that we're doing this almost 24 hours after the events got released. With yesterday, I think our opinions would have been much more aggressive.
But we needed to simmer down just a touch.
Yeah, because I don't knee jerk at all ever.
I mean, only behind the curtain do we knee jerk.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of knee jerk, and behind the curtain,
yeah. What is going?
But I mean, you did put it on the thumbnail, so I mean,
I did.
And I was like, for someone that said that we weren't going to be talking or overanalyze, I mean, that you just cut right to the chase on that one.
Chase. Just it's not clickbait, but it does draw the attention of the eyeball, and it will be a part of the discussion today.
I agree.
Let's see, CrossFit. What'd you say? Would you have suggested a milkshake of fluids like another podcast? I don't know.
It sounds kind of gross.
Yeah.
I know the one he's talking about.
Sounds like something Taylor would say, but
I remember the exact line actually.
All right, well, let's go through this. There's a lot of things to get to, a lot of things to chew on, and not a lot of time to do it. As we got about 30 minutes or so here.
Yeah.
Workout number 1. Event number 1. It is a competition. We're not working out anymore.
Nope. We're training. This is actual competition. Imagine that. It's an event.
It's an event. It's an event.
Event 1.
Event 1. Now, with this, it's as many rounds as possible in 10 minutes with the order of 1 clean, anyway, 1 bar muscle up.
My favorite workout of the entire thing.
185 and 125 as the main mid divisions, the 16 to 54. And after each round, add a rep.
Love it.
And I love it. I love it. I love the combo between the two. I really enjoy the weight at which the volume and the direction in which you're going. By the way, here's a spoiler alert that we've been saying for almost 5 years now. If you want to do well in the second online stage of qualification, get really used to using 185 and 125.
Or just 135.
Or do 135. You'll thank us when this comes around again, because it'll be 125. Just like you should be going to 10 feet for your wall ball targets. But is this is this their favorite weight of all time for online events?
Yeah, and yes. I think it is a great weight. I love it. I love what it is. I mean, the 185, and I'm gonna say 135. The 185, 135 is I don't want to say new because they've used it for a while. It's the 135-95 of old. So they make these jumps. You know what I mean? Like where the deadlift
for this stage, right?
155 used to be. Right. Yeah, once you get into
like 135-95 is open. Be good at this no matter what.
Right.
185, 135 is online qualifier to whatever you're going to. Make sure you like this weight is just a weight that you do and you can handle.
Now, saying that, and this isn't an analyzing part, but I guess it's
Right.
more of this is where the master's athlete and programmer in me starts to come out when I start looking at stuff like this. The race at the 35 to 39 division
Yeah.
will be drastically different, and the stimulus will be drastically different for the 50 to 54 division.
Yeah.
Because they're using the exact same way. And I
Oh yeah.
honestly, I wish that under 40 had a heavier weight than that. I wish that they had a bigger breakdown. The design of the event
Mm-hmm.
is it's my favorite one. Like I and to be biased, I program like this. I love these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
A gymnastic and a barbell, increasing in reps, and like I love it.
Yeah.
But like the 185 in the 50 division,
Mm-hmm.
like all of a sudden it becomes a different event than the guys down in the 35 to 39.
Yeah. I like it.
But I love the event.
Yeah, me too. Lupe says should have been ring muscle ups. No, it shouldn't have. That would have slowed everybody
Even
down.
more.
Yeah.
Even more.
Like those are not equal. Ring muscle ups people would have been sitting there.
Now
Rings.
Now I do agree with this, and that's something just to kind of put in the bag for later.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, just
Right
kind of
now, this is the only event we know, and that
right. But keep that. Because
Yes.
yeah, Scott, you're right.
Yeah. Not wrong. This is one of those where the weights that they have, the skills that they're using is great in the format in which they're doing. Because by the time you get to 5, like everything starts to become very real. And now it's like, okay, don't waste time on your cleans. Break certain, like intelligently on your bar muscle ups. Don't race the first 3 minutes because you'll get to the 5 by then. And now it's like, okay, 10 plus, right? That's 50. If you get to 10, that's 55 of
Right.
both.
And at that point, you want to know what's weird is I almost feel, especially for the Masters division, I'll say the upper half of the Masters division, that is an amount of bar muscle ups that they are not used to doing.
Right.
So this isn't even like for the upper division, it becomes a bar muscle up workout. And I know that even like the 60 plus, they start off the first 5 rounds as pull ups, and then they go to bar muscle up.
Oh, they did that last year in
Yeah.
the final, I think,
Right.
for the age groupers, which I like. Yeah, I didn't see where those skills were designated because they didn't really.
Yeah,
say
it was. I think the 60. It's not in the 55, but it's in the 60, I believe.
Oh, I
that
see.
they make
I'm looking at the wrong
that jump. But like in the bottom half of the Masters, the younger kids.
Yeah.
I think that most of them are pretty dang strong on the bar muscle up. I think it'll become a barbell cycling event at that point.
I think just singles right from the get go for the cleans.
Man, not for me. I couldn't do singles like that. I'm better in chunks. But it's only because I'm good at knowing what my rest will be. Like, see, you're way better at like you can just metronome out 40 reps. I cannot do that. I have to do I'll do sets of 5. Shake it out. Whap, pop, and then I can go back and hit it. That's just I just work better in that realm.
Yeah, I'll be living that single life on the cleans
For 10 minutes.
No problem. But in a vacuum by itself,
Love it.
I really do like it. I really do.
do.
All right, number 2. Workout number 2. 4-time. I really hate that they do this backwards now.
I know.
Stop.
Ladies first, Chase.
75 or 60 cal row, 21 shoulder overhead at weight 1. 75, 60, 15, 75, 60, 9. The mid-division weights, 135, 185, 225, 85, 125, 155. At least they put 155 on the bar for the last one.
Right. At least, but...
And a lot of this is just weight changes, right? 85 is just a 25-pound plate on the bar with no change plates. 125 is just a 45. And then you throw the 15s on. Not that it matters because you're going to sit on the rower for 3 minutes anyways. 4.
This particular, yes. I was like, yeah, event 1, sweet. I saw this one, event 2, and I said, stupid.
Oh, wow.
Stupid.
The first thing that jumped off my brain is like, it's like, all right, so it's a row workout.
Yeah. And
225 calories of rowing, 45 shoulder overhead.
Yeah.
36 of which is really easy to do.
Dude, easy. This is like what?
Like
Okay.
75, 21, 75. I'm just like, son of a bitch. I'm already back on the rower.
Right. Like this whole thing is row.
Overhead.
This is where like you wonder, okay, well, whoever's designing, whoever did it, what was the thing that they were looking at? Like, what was the stimulus that they were looking at? Because it is a shit ton of rowing. And so was it just trying to be a row workout without boring you for 200 and whatever?
It's kind of like the one they did, which was the like 2K row bench press. Remember that one? That was an age grouper one too. It was the row bench press workout.
You know what? I would have liked it. I would have liked it better if they're going to go that many calories, then they should have gone a lot heavier, or at least brought the reps up. Like maybe this is what I would have done. I would have, and this, I know I'm not trying to analyze, but just if I was looking at what I'm trying to get to make it even, I would have done, if the row had to be the way it was, I would have gone 21 reps for each of those weights.
You know what I would have? Okay. Oh, like you don't change the cals on the row. You just keep it 21 reps and you just change
75 and 21 for 3 rounds.
Okay.
But the weight increases.
I would have done 30 cals for every row and not change the weights.
Right. Okay.
Then it's 90 cals versus the 45 reps, so it's half that.
Right. And that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so what were they trying to get? Were they trying to do something that was is this their long one? And if that's their long one, that's what I would have. I was thinking the same thing. Either bring the row down or bring the weights up.
Or the reps and keep the weights.
Right. Or that.
I like the rep idea. Whatever. Anything different.
But there was part of me that was like, okay, we're rowing again. Like we just did the row. For the open. We did 50-50.
Calorie breaks, yeah.
And I mean, granted, it's different. It's not the same. I understand that. But there are other monostructural things we could have done.
Or other ways to go long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that they picked it that way.
Oh, yes, Loopy, thank you. 500-meter row, 30 bench, 1,000-meter row, 20, 2010. Again, just a pure rowing workout.
Right.
And that's what this is. I mean, 9 at 25 is like, yeah, sure, you're tired, you're going hard, and then.
But this whole thing is like, you don't need to. Like the shoulder to overhead is almost your active recovery. Because you're on the rower the whole time. Yeah. But yeah, so I went from like to ooh to now I'm right in the middle now. Like, dang it.
All right, well, let's go to number 3. 3 rounds for time, 30-foot handstand walk, 15 feet out and back, 30 pull-ups, so just chin over bar, 30 lateral burpees over the dumbbell.
Sure.
30 toes to bar.
At least everyone's practiced for the lateral burpees over the dumbbell. Again, we're all good at that. Got it.
The weird thing here,
fine, whatever.
The weird thing here is that, we got burpees over the dumbbell again for 90 reps.
I like the number though. That's fine. And the 30 pull-ups. 90.
Like 90 pull-ups, 90 toes to bar.
Hefty.
180 reps of rig work. And then you have 3 30-foot handstand walks.
Dumb. Yeah.
And so, let me give you guys where I come from, because this is a person, like, programming is somewhat subjective, but objectively we should be looking at the overall test, which is why you program the way you do. It should be balanced. It should be competitive. It should, when I program, so I'm speaking purely for me, is that I want to make sure every piece of this workout matters in a certain way.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? Unless I'm actively trying to be like JT, right? It's all pressing in 3 different planes. So it's just upper body pressing fatigue, right? I have a thing where if there's an element in there where nothing would change if you added it or took it out, then I'm like, why is this even in here? Like Filthy 50 when it has like 50 double unders and then 50 burpees.
Right.
Of
Right.
the
Or the
thing.
2008 games.
Right. 30 double
30
unders.
double
The
unders.
2009, the 2009 finale where it's like 135-pound thrusters and ring muscle ups and overhead walking lunges with the plate and like 30 double unders. And then it's like, why is that even in there?
Yeah.
And it just is so pointless.
Well, it is.
Now they put it first to weed out the people who don't have it. But how are they testing those or gaining, like giving those a carrot that do have it?
Right.
You give them no advantage. You bury them with pull-ups and toes to bar. Everybody can do the burpees. And the burpees aren't meant to be fast because you're going to have to break up the pull-ups and toes to bar a lot anyways because you're doing 180 total reps combined together.
Yeah.
But then you have this 30-foot handstand walk that means really nothing. And it's the top 2% in the world. You're going to tell me the top 200 people can't do more handstand walks?
Dude. Like,
now, if this was 90 feet times 3, totally different story. Because the amount of feet match the number of reps the rest of the workout has. It's 270 feet of handstand walks. Now we're talking.
And again, if the handstand walk is the thing that you're trying to test, like if that is the piece, we already know that they can do pull-ups. They've already done it. We already know they can do lateral burpees. They've already done that. We know that they can do toes to bar. We did toes bar? No, we didn't do toes bar in the open.
No, we didn't do toes bar in the open.
Okay, so that's the one piece that we haven't tested. Now, if the handstand walk is like, okay, now let's see. Like it just seems like we just forgot who we're testing.
I like that it's first.
I get it. Like cool. Like this is not supposed to be the all-inclusive.
No, we're sending people to the CrossFit Games.
We are trying to get you to the CrossFit Games. So if you can't do this stuff, like, sorry, man. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
And it should be a lot. It should definitely be way more distance on the handstand walk. I mean, or go 30 handstand push-ups. 3 rounds of that.
Or 10 wall walks.
No, we already did wall walks. This would be
we already did burpees and we already did pull-ups.
Well, believe me,
if we're talking about that we already did, then
I understand. I understand that. But yeah, I don't understand. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why they put that there. Even if you or if it's like a I don't know, like a buy-in and a cash out maybe. You know, so it's like, okay, get some people they can get into it for one thing, get through all the other stuff. And then if you're that good because you have all of that, then now let's see what you can do on top of it.
Or it's like 30 pull-ups, 30-foot handstand walk, 30 burpees, 30-foot handstand walk.
Right.
30 toes to bar, 30-foot handstand walk 3 times.
Yes. That again, that would increase because then now it matters. Now, because what all this is testing like this is those that cannot do handstand walks.
Right. It's just saying
everybody else.
That's it. Yeah. We
just took out the bottom.
Who can't do a handstand walk.
Right. We took out the bottom percentage. We didn't test for the top.
Yeah, that's a great point. You're not testing the best athletes in this skill. You're just finding out who can't do them.
Find out who the worst is. And that's not a qualifier.
Not for semifinals.
No way.
Not when we're sending people to the CrossFit Games. It's not the open anymore.
No.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
Workout number 4. 4-time 150-foot dumbbell overhead walking lunge with 1. 50 alternating dumbbell snatches. Why are you laughing? 50 box jump overs.
Because this should have been the open workout, dude.
This is a great open workout.
This should have been 25-1 right here. Should have been.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
Weighted
oh,
overhead lunges.
maybe it's a 70-pound dumbbell. I
Nope.
was like, nope.
The only crazy thing in this is that you have to do that lunge 10 times. You were going to get so damn dizzy.
Is it 15 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
10 lengths of 15 feet.
And this goes back to my thing about programming is like, if I'm programming a test, right? I'm testing something. If I'm programming an event, especially if it's for the CrossFit Games, to weed out people, I want to make sure that every piece of this matters. So dumbbell snatches and box jump overs, I would say those are very comparable because of the way you're doing it. You just hop on, step off, and you turn around. Okay, apples to apples there. Dumbbell snatches, like that's very even in timing. It's very even in effort. It's very even. And then you have a 150-foot overhead walking lunge. You're like, why is this? I'm doing 40 lunges, 40 to 50.
Now, granted, this is supposed to be their sprint.
Right.
So, I mean, they want you to move, which
I guess,
it has to be there. The
yeah,
sprint has to be there.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say that I think that they are, because it's the sprint, this event right here is going to be the one that has all kinds of bad reps on it. All the lunges, people trying to reach, trying to stand up, trying to get to the other side real quick, not opening the hip up all the way. The dumbbell snatch where you're not coming up all the way, you're trying to pull the thing down because you're just trying to go fast.
Oh, the Passover lockout.
Yep.
This kind of a deal.
Yep.
Make it a 70 and 50, and I'll shut up.
Dude, would totally change it.
That's it.
Right?
Like a 15 foot, because then you're going 70 on one side, you turn and you walk 15 feet, and by the time you finish that, 50 overhead lunging steps in control. Now you got to go to the snatches. I don't think anybody's doing that unbroken after that.
In this, like, this is just very, like when they announced 25-1 in the open, this is what I thought it was going to be, basically.
If this was 25-1, that would have been pretty cool.
It would have been awesome. I mean, and do it for the way that they did it, set up, but weighted lunge.
And make it like a 10-minute AMRAP.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, everybody's going to finish the first round. Now, can anybody get to the dumbbell snatches for the second round? Kind of a deal. Who's going to get into the box jump overs?
And like, people are then in the comments, like Beck and those guys. Yeah, the younger masters, I don't have a problem with them going heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, the 50-year-olds are going to be doing the same weight.
100's too much, though. I'm seeing a lot of people say make it 100. No, that's not.
I mean, it depends what you're trying to get. This is their sprint. So if you make it 100, they're going to go too slow. Now, granted, you have the younger guys.
Overs are, again, like then it's just a dumbbell snatch workout.
Exactly.
And the box jump overs are worthless because it's who can handle. It's just a dumbbell snatch event. You make it 70 and it's everything.
It all counts.
It all counts. Yeah. All right.
I mean, I don't dislike what this is. The weight thing, you know, when I'm looking so far at some of the ones that are in there, this is more on the like side than the completely dislike side.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of 2 for 2 right now.
But like, what's holding you back here?
Right.
It's a race to the box.
That's why I think the reps are going to be bad. And this is going to put a shit ton of pressure on the two judges that are watching you and the athlete that's trying to race.
Yeah.
And that, like, I just think that this one's going to be a tough one. It's like putting pistols and kettlebell swings in a race.
Yeah, this would be the one you'd ask the video for.
Oh God.
Short, easy to watch, easy to judge from a computer.
Right.
All right. That's number 4. Number 5. Now, I don't know if this is just a weird coincidence. But
right?
It's heavy Isabel, which happens to be in every North American semifinal. Everybody's sharing this event. The weight's different. So 225 and 155 is what the in-person qualifiers are doing for the individuals trying to qualify for the CrossFit Games at Mayhem NorCal Syndicate and TFX. So they have it here, which is interesting, right? Because it had to have just been, I don't know how this happens, a coincidence, because these things are set so far in advance that there's no way they saw that and was like, hey, we should do it too.
I mean, maybe.
I mean,
It's
maybe.
it's not hard. Maybe they had something else and they're like, hey, you know what would be cool? We should all do that.
Yeah. And,
It's
but
just an
like
easy switch.
the one time you thought you should go back and change part of the workout.
The you want to know what I'm more curious about?
I like that
That
it's in here.
or the fact that let me look at the weight breakdowns that they have.
Right.
Like they actually took time to do that on this one, but not on all the other ones.
Yeah. The first time
What
we've
the
had
heck?
multiple weight breakdowns through different divisions, which is interesting. 215 and 145. Okay.
That's legit. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
good. That's perfect.
I'm surprised it wasn't 225 and 155
I'm
for
surprised.
this division.
I'm surprised. True, but that's the same thing. The fact that we had 185 for the cleans, like I'm okay with it. I really am okay with it. Like these
Yeah.
guys aren't supposed to be. Yes, Rich Froning would be in the Masters division, but just because you are looking at the absolute pinnacle,
Yeah.
doesn't mean you need to look at that. I think this still holds the race for the majority of the people.
I'm surprised. 215 is just a weird number to me. It's like 210 back in 2000. What is it? 2012 and 2013.
Yeah, but like, I mean, if you're not going to do 225, I'm glad that they did. I'm glad that it's not 185 for those guys.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
And then the weight dropped to the 40 to 49. So that 10-year age group, that 10-year block 50 to 59, and then 65 plus. I'm okay with those weight drops there.
I like it.
I mean, we've been saying those 10-year gaps.
That's fair.
Make them smaller jumps, not a drop off the cliff for the 55 plus division.
Yeah, God.
Right? Because in years past, it'd be 215 to 145 until you're 54.
Yeah.
And
They would just go, what's woman's weight?
Right?
Okay, just give that to the 55-year-old.
Wait, and hey, look, 155, 105, that's great. That's
right
where it's supposed to be. 185, 125. Okay, we're back to square one again. 75 and 115. All right. All right. But I do like this in here. I like this as being the heavy test versus, say, a 1-rep max.
At 100%. Yeah.
Especially in online competition. No standard on having to squat. Just any way, anyhow. If you can do it, great. Okay, so those are the 5. That's the quick first look brush overview. Now, the biggest noise that we're starting to see, and we've talked about off chat here, is the lack of squatting programmed for this event. Right? The only thing you have that is lower body is lunges. And that's 150 feet, which is anywhere between 40 to 50 reps of lunging, alternating on the legs. So, you can say 25 and 25 with 50 pounds. And that's not squatting.
No.
Right? It's squatting adjacent. It's lower body centric, but that's not squatting, and that's not at a volume that will test anybody in their squatting capacity. Squatting being the most essential foundational movement that we do. It's essential to fitness, therefore it should be essential in testing for the fittest. Now, yeah, you'll receive most people will start receiving these snatches in full squats, but that's not testing squatting, especially in a snatch. No one fails the snatch because they can't squat it. Nobody does. Well, I don't want to say nobody does. When was the last time
you're talking masters here now?
Right. Now, they might not be able to receive a snatch in a full squat, which is exactly why you should test them to receive the snatch in a full squat.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not being tested here.
It's not at all
being done but it's not being tested. If you receive the snatch in a full squat, you're standing up with the weight. That's not the problem. The problem is getting it to the receiving position. Right.
I wish they would have made the clean squat cleans and the Isabel squat snatch.
If they had done that, I think any noise and grumblings we have heard, rightly so, would be null, void, and gone.
Yep.
If event 1, all of these had to be squat cleans, beautiful.
And
the power cleans are whatever.
It's whatever.
It's whatever. This is a bar muscle up workout. And if this is a clean workout for you, you don't belong here.
Right.
This is a bar muscle up test. Now, when you add the squat clean, game changer, this might be the best complete test of all 5 of them. I would argue if these were squat cleans, your top 20, whatever they're taking to the games, let's say top 40.
Yep.
These will be the same people that qualify with 4 more events to go unless they can't snatch.
You have a strong athlete, you have a gymnastically skilled athlete, and you have an athlete that has capacity.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to be able to, that's what you want to move through. And what have we said all the time when it comes to masters? If there's one movement that needs to be tested before they get to the games is an overhead squat. Whether it's squat snatch or overhead squat. And the reason is because I know plenty of guys that can rip 225 up off the ground for a snatch, power snatch.
Right.
But if you make them squat, they can barely do 135.
And we've been beating this drum
155
forever. And Josh says, I think they're avoiding a judging nightmare. That's it. I get it. But that is a bad excuse. Not that you're giving that excuse, Josh. Like, I've seen that everywhere. It's like, what a poor reason not to do the most essential thing, the most foundational thing we do. The thing that separates us from high rocks is squatting.
I wouldn't have said that, but yeah, you're right. It is our primary movement.
It is the singular most important thing we do in CrossFit. It's the thing that separates us from everybody.
It was
we squat.
It was the original comment that CrossFitters would have with everyone else in the gym because why are you squatting down so low? It's bad for your knees to squat that low. And then we would say, well, as a CrossFitter, this is what we believe.
Yeah.
And now we don't even do that.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And so if this was squatting, great. And now you come over to the row workout. Okay. You're just testing row capacity and who's strong enough to do tired 225 over their head. For 9 reps. As you have to pace out your rows for the entire thing because that's what matters at the end.
Right.
And then the handstand walk, it's not even like take that out and the results will be the same. Like you
minus those that can't do handstand walks at all.
Right. But the results will still be the same because
you're right. They would be at the bottom. They would be at the bottom.
The top 40 would be unchanged if you took the handstand walk out, which shows you that it doesn't need to be in there to begin with. Mm-hmm. And then you have the sprint. Fine. Sprint. Go for it. Just make your reps clean because your video is going to be viewed by everybody. And then make it heavy squat, Isabel.
Man, that's so damn close.
It's so close.
So damn close.
I was way more down yesterday because in here it's like, we're so close, right? And here's the thing. With all the noise with the last qualifier that just got released about no squatting being in it,
right?
And then this happens. I think that's where I'm the most frustrated.
Totally. God,
I was like,
how did you not hear that? How do you not hear that and be like, hey, let's just real fast.
Yeah.
Squat cleans. Done. Shit,
Even
if they would have done just that.
That's it, yeah.
It would have, like, everyone would have been like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, they're doing that and they're lunging. Yeah. Okay. They got their legs in there.
Most people, and Josh is right here, like most people, when they get tired, are going to start receiving snatches in a full squat. All right, great. If the only thing, Bill, yes. If you just required squat cleans in event 1, then we would shut up. But now we're...
Can't they? Hey, they can still switch it, right? You guys, CrossFit, listen.
Yeah.
Let's make it, just switch it really fast. One
And
thing.
Josh, this has been like a theme for us for years. He says, great test individually, a bit hinge bias, which is, yeah, but as a collective test, they almost had it. Yes. How many times we're like, listen, I like this workout. I like this workout. I like this workout. But you put them all together and we're like, damn it. We're so close. And I think when you get that close with what this is supposed to be and the importance of this, then that makes it worse almost.
That's what it feels like. Is it they just don't understand the importance of what they're trying to send. I think every time they have a qualifier, you should have an idea of the athlete that is making their way through. It's like, okay, now that we've filtered all of our athletes through, and now the ones that are into that next stage, we know we can test them on these things because we know that they already have these.
Yeah.
Like you should be advancing these athletes. Right now, these athletes that get through, if the ones that get to the games, no idea if those athletes are going to be able to squat. No idea if they can do overhead squats. No idea if they can do, someone was talking about ring muscle ups earlier. We don't know anything if they can do ring muscle ups or not. Have no idea. So what are they going to do? Like sets of 2 when they actually get to the games?
Well,
Like we don't know. So like it's the athlete that you have that is going to be advancing based on the test that is here.
Yeah.
Is way too open.
Yeah.
Way too open. And that's
I can't tell if you're being facetious or not. Because programming is not that tough.
I mean, granted, it's a favorite of ours. I mean, it's a passion of ours. But I think
it's tough if you've been doing it for decades. But damn, the one thing that like Bill said is like, if it's squat cleans, then hey, let's party. Yeah, there's things there and that. And you're like, oh, that didn't need to be in there. But it's age group, it's masters, whatever. But with this, and I like it. I like all the individuals. I want to do all of these.
Yeah.
Of course, I want to do all of them because I can't freaking squat. Hooray for me.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think I'm going to do the first one with squat cleans to see what the time is.
Yeah, that'd be so much better, but I can't do that. So I was like, yeah, I'll take power. Like when Rich was like, yeah, great. Great, good for me. Yeah. But all right. Powers at B. In person.
Change one. You have time. Change it.
Well, yeah, not now.
You have time. You have time.
True now, but like whatever's coming for the individuals, please.
God,
you got 2 strikes, guys.
Over squat them. God. Every event has squats. Squats and duck walks.
All right. That's our first look at the programming. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back later this week. I have no idea for what or why, but once all the events get released from Mayhem, which is hopefully soon, we'll take a first look at those as well. We have so much. As much as I am actually on team standardized programming, I like that we get so much to talk about. And
there's a lot of things to talk about.
It's going to be fun is ranking the in-person qualifiers.
Yeah.
For the CrossFit Games.
I wonder if, and I'll say this before we sign off here, I wonder if this is or could be used as a test for, okay, the current regime of programmers for the CrossFit Games are starting to kind of move themselves out or cycle themselves out. So we have these other people that get to test. Let's see what you have to do. It's almost like an on-the-job test.
Yeah.
And if you're good, cool, we want to bring you in. Hey, would you like to program for us? Or you guys suck ass and you're never going to program for us again. Because we're going to have a lot to look at.
Yeah, and this could be from Legends guys.
Right.
They might have input on that. We don't know. That's why we're just talking. We're not accusing. Yes.
You're right. But if you program correctly with the standardization, you get the right athletes to the game.
Which we need to do that show. We need to do that show. Thank you for the reminder.
Don't disagree, though. I don't disagree with the statement.
I don't disagree. Does any oversight? Well, we don't know. All right, team. Thanks for joining us. We certainly appreciate it. For those that are taking this on, best of luck. Make sure you got your events in order. You got your cameras and your judges ready. And anybody's surprised about the extra judge that is required, then you have not been paying attention.
No.
All right. What is it, Wednesday? Wednesday? Spins on tonight?
Yes.
Right? The spin
today's Tuesday.
Today, Tuesday?
Yeah. We missed yesterday.
I'm screwed if I already think it's Wednesday.
I know.
Wow. Spins on tomorrow night. Maybe we'll be back tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? But thank you guys for joining us today. We'll see you next time.